All right, so this is question number 9 on your week 5 homework, and so this one's kind of tricky, so I wanted to walk you through it because I do get a lot of questions on this one. And so what we've got is the situation with these YouTube videos where it says that on one day the 10 most popular YouTube videos showed a shortest running time of 42 seconds, longest time of 9 minutes 15 seconds. Average length was 4 minutes 10 seconds, and then the median time was a little less than the mean running time. And it wants to know, what is that combined running time of all 10 videos? And so the thing with this question, first off, is that it gives us a lot of extraneous information, a lot of stuff we don't need to know in order to solve the problem. And so I don't need to know the shortest and the longest running times. I don't need to know anything about the median. What I do need is this average length, 4 minutes and 10 seconds, and I need to know that there were 10 videos because I'm going to use that mean, the average, in order to figure this out. And my key to that is that it's talking about this combined running time. And so when I find a mean or an average, that typical process is I take my data points, I add them all together, and I divide by the number of data points that I have. And so that's what they would have done to find this average, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. And so that's what I want to use to figure out this combined running time as well. So first thing here is I have this 4 minutes and 10 seconds where I've got this combination, minutes and seconds together. Going to be easier to work with if I just have this either in minutes or just in seconds. And so the first thing I want to do is convert this either to minutes or to seconds. I think converting minutes to seconds is an easier process, so I'm going to convert everything into seconds to work with. So if I want 4 minutes and I want to convert that into seconds, then my conversion factor I know is that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. And so I write that, so those are going to cancel off. It ends up multiplying over here, 4 times 60. Right there, we end up with 240 seconds from that part, plus the 10 seconds here, because that was just for the 4 minutes. And so we end up with a total right there of 250 seconds that we're working with. And then as far as our setup, that's where we want to get into using this average length, because in the average, like I said before, we use this combined total to figure that out. And so we're gonna kind of work backwards. We have the average already. We're trying to figure out what is the combined total. And so I want to say, okay, I'm looking for the combined total. We'll make that X. And typically when I find the average, I take that combined total, I've added things together, and I divide that by the number of data points, which is 10. In this case, I had 10 videos. And that would give me the average, and so I know that should equal this 4 minute 10 seconds, or we figured out it's 250 seconds. That is that average running length right there. And so then solving for X, that means I'm multiplying both sides by 10 right there, and so X would equal 2,500 seconds. Well, when you enter this in MapleTA, it does want it in minutes and seconds, so I do need to do a little conversion back. And so this time around, I'm taking these seconds that I have, and I want to convert those into minutes. And so here now I'm going to put the 60 seconds on bottom over and with 1 minute on top. Seconds are going to cancel, so that ends up being that division that we do to figure that out. And so here's our calculator, 2,500 divided by 60. We end up here with this nice decimal, but I really want to have that in minutes and seconds when I enter it in MapleTA. And so that 41 is going to be the number of minutes right there. And so I know this is going to be 41 minutes. And then that other decimal part, the 0.6666, that's going to be my seconds. And so I need to have that part still in seconds. So I have 41 total whole minutes. And so if I want to figure out how many seconds I have left from that, I would say, okay, 41 times this 60 gives me 2,460 seconds, and that difference between my 2,500, so 2,500 minus 2,460, that's how many seconds I have as kind of as our remainder right there. And so 41 minutes 40 seconds then is going to be that combined running time of all 10 videos. So that's how we would work through this one. Hopefully that helps you understand this, and so it really comes down to, I think, an understanding of how we find a mean, find an average, and then using that information kind of working our way backwards in this problem.